I'm happy to now welcome Mr. Mahesh Jain. Mr. Mahesh Jain, like I mentioned, is a teacher at the Somaya School. He's a postgraduate in physics with a B.Ed, an MA in education, and a postgraduate diploma in management and education. He's also a CTET qualified teacher. What I like best about Mahesh's introduction is how much he has adopted to the technology last year, and not just trained himself up because of his background, but also helped 3,000 teachers across the country adopt to technology. So he's also, because of that feat of his, been awarded the PCAR Alumni Award for 2021 for academic enrichment through ICT for helping teachers to upscale with the online teaching environment during the lockdown. Mr. Mahesh Jain, welcome to the webinar. Thank you so much for being with us. Over to you now.
Thank you, Vasundhara. I guess I'm audible to everyone, and I would like to begin with what Manila Miss already mentioned. She said the teachers are wonders. So that's a great thing to hear from a principal, and I really appreciate that. With that, I'll just begin with my a small 10-minute, 12-minute talk. Teachers before pandemic and teachers after pandemic, this is going to be a huge lot of difference. I'll just read one quote which I found from internet. It says, every student can learn, just not on the same day or in the same way. So whether it's online or offline, student will learn some way or the other. Whether teachers are there or not, they will learn. Now you must be thinking, I'm here to talk about teachers and I'm saying student will learn without the teachers. Yes, because every teacher has adopted some way or the other way, somehow or the other, somehow they have adopted, not on the same day, but they have adopted. And that's what is good thing about all of us, because let me take you to a small journey of teachers. A teacher with 20 plus years of experience, teacher with 30 plus years of experience. One fine day, it's a pandemic situation and the schools are closed. And it's been announced that now the education will continue only in the online mode, at least for a year, and whatever it may be. It's a 360-degree turn for the same teacher teaching from 20 plus years in the offline school, and it's the feel like the first day of the school when we have started our own journey of teaching. So it was tremendous pressure on all of us. Manila ma'am has already mentioned how teachers have adapted to it. Now, going back to learning about the basics of what is Zoom, how to use Google Meet, how to set the meeting, what are the settings, we have done all this. It's been a year now. Now, I don't think any teacher would be feeling like to use any platform today. We are on a new platform, and I don't feel that there's a difficulty in using this platform also. So the positivity about technology has already come in all the teachers across the world. I'm not saying only across India, but across the world, all the teachers have become tech positive. So that thought which was there, that technology is somewhere affecting us, now it is affecting us in the positive manner. So how life has changed is that we were not ready to use technology somewhere, even if we were forced to use, we were not that prepared. But because of this pandemic, we've taken the challenge and we are all ready now. Now the expectations have gone high. Now even students have understood that last year it was the first year, teachers were also adapting, so they have also supported the teachers very well. And now they also expect that it's been almost a year, and now we can't just sit and think that how to use this app, how to use that app. Now we have to use the apps effectively. So preparing for year 2 of online learning is going to be uh, way challenging, because now we don't have to only teach, we also have to teach in the best possible manner which reaches to the student. That doesn't mean that it has not reached to the student last year, but there a lot of struggle was there in terms of understanding the process. So this is one factor which has taken all of us throughout the year in the pandemic. So now it's going to be just around hopefully 3-4 months, and then definitely we are going to go back to physical classroom. But that does not mean that we leave the technology. The chalk and talk method, I don't think will be accepted by any of the students, because now that students are all set with the technology. Students are always one step ahead with ahead of teachers in terms of technology, but now they will definitely expect that all the teachers are using the technology even in the offline school. So online school technology, yes. Offline school, definitely. You I would say that a teacher, if teacher have to survive using the technology, is going to be the next thing when we go back to offline school also. I'll cover the next point is all about parental expectation. Manila ma'am has mentioned that how parents have also taken a task of teaching the student with the video which teachers have provided at the primary level. But at the secondary level, teachers are in front of the camera. So now parents take admission, they are taking services. So if we take any services, let's talk about a mobile phone services. If we are opting for any network, we expect that network to work well. And the same way, if parents are paying fees, they are expecting some quality work, and they are not wrong at it. So now who's there in front of them now? The schools are closed, school building, parents can't go and look at the school building. So what they are looking right now is the frontline warrior for them, which is a teacher who's in front of them every day in their home on their devices. So the maximum expectation which parents have is from the teachers, because right now students are also at home, they can't go out. The only venting out option which students have is again the same screen box, same thing where teachers are coming and discussing. So parents expectation right now are very high. They are expecting that teachers will help the student in whichever way possible, right? The next part is, once now we are talking about preparing for the next setup when we'll be going offline. So again, parents will also expect that however we have used the technology, that aspect of technology is being used by all the teachers again and again. And as ma'am mentioned, that parents are going to be sort of expert in the content, teachers will have to be upscaled one step ahead, so that they are also ready. Now the concept of flipped classroom was already there, but the now concept of flipped classroom will be by the teachers also. Now there was one factor Einstein has mentioned, that the only source of knowledge is experience. So when we are coming into the online class never can replace the real life experience of being inside the classroom. Now I'm a science teacher, and when I'm talking about science, when we are talking about experiment, a student doing experiment by himself at his home, or doing an experiment inside the lab with all the proper equipment, there's no match. Because when we are talking about real life experiments, when we are talking about experience of that experiment, nothing can replace that. Whatever technology you use, in the end it's the physical experiment which will help the student to understand the concept. So that way we have somewhere not able to reach the student, because we couldn't provide that physical experience of the experimentation. That doesn't mean that we can't do the experiment. So there are multiple alternatives available. The government has also designed, not because of the pandemic, but because before that also we had that setup called as OLAB, which is online laboratory, which is actually designed and developed for the schools which are in the rural area or the interior parts of India, where the lab facility is not available. But yes, the technology has reached the mobile network, the mobile phone, the computers have reached, the internet has reached with the easy accessibility. And that's why the concept of OLAB, which gives you almost all the experiments, but in the virtual world. So now we'll think about it. This year we have utilized OLAB continuously throughout the year in place of the physical lab experiment. But what about these setups, these things when we'll go back offline? So one advantage of using this is, now we also know that there is a setup available. So students do the experiment in the physical class, and then they have something to go back to the same experiment at home also. So they want to revisit again and again on the same experiment, they can do it with the OLAB. So for physics, there's also a site called as PHET, which gives a lot of simulation related to the concept also. So OLAB, very good in terms of physics, chemistry, bio. Even when we are talking about English and maths, content is available for that. Now the next concept, I guess Madila Miss has mentioned about the tools and uses of technology. So it's been almost a year. We are all trying to understand about various ed tech tools. the names of all the tools which we would have never heard in our life. We have heard it in last 1 year, and there is always addition to the tool. So every time you go to a new webinar, you hear about a new tool, and you feel that you still don't know. So it's a tsunami of a tech tool. So we have to do one thing, that we don't have to go along with that tsunami. We have to stand and we have to pick the tools which are best possible, which are best and effective for the student. So let's not get drawn away with all the tools. Let's pick the tool. Let's try to get comfortable with the tool and use it in the classroom in such a way that the concept and the message of the content and the learning which you are trying to pass reaches to the audience, which is your student. The last part which I'll mention is we are all sitting in front of the screen. So it's the screen time, infinite screen time, and innumerable meetings apart from your regular teaching. This is going to happen, and that has also led somewhere to the burnout, not only in the teacher but also in the student, because students are also sitting for the longer duration in front of the screen. So what to do in that case? Relax, take time. Last year we have all got into the habit. I'll share my experience that if I was in the meeting and suddenly if the wi-fi goes off, I used to get panic that now what to do. And in between the time of me switching on from wi-fi to hotspot, I used to be panicked a lot. But now this year we are all ready. It happens, we can't do anything about it. So we have to be mentally prepared for it, that technology, this one disadvantage is going to be there, and the same thing is with the student also. So we have to be uh, very kind and genuine enough with the student also, that yes, that is also a possibility. So let's not feel that students are off video, it means they are not there. They are also there, they are also there to learn, and we are there to teach. So let's take that positively. Let's plan, prepare, and master the technology. Now when I say master the technology, let's learn each aspects of one tool. If we are talking about that tool, let's use that tool effectively. Let's not use it for the sake of using technology. Next is, let's set up the adequate environment. If you're sitting at one place, let's decide that place where you're sitting in front of the teaching, in front of the camera to teach, so that you become comfortable. There's no use of having a good background setup and then you're not comfortable sitting at that place, because you have to sit for around 6 to 8 hours a day by default. So let's do that this year. Last year we have all done the experimentation. Let's not do the experimentation with respect to where you're sitting. Sit at the place where you're comfortable sharing your idea. It's very important that how you're sharing your idea is reaching to the audience. Otherwise there's no use, you are sitting with the fancy stuff and the idea is not reaching. So it's very important that we are setting our working environment adequately and we are comfortable with it. Next is, let's innovate, let's stimulate student discussion as much as we can in the online class, and that will definitely help us in the offline class also. Now as I told you that students are one step ahead of us, so let's not forget, let's not think that we are the boss in the classroom. That concept anyway has gone away, because now it's not the teacher centric classes. All the classes everywhere across India slowly are moving towards the student centric classes. So when it comes to technology, let's not think that we are the boss. Let's think that student and teacher can work together. So if you feel that you want some help, ask from the student also in terms of technology. I have learned many tools from the students. So if we are using a platform and you feel that you don't know something about it, ask to the student, share your feeling, because when you are genuine with your student, your student will be genuine with you when we are talking about content delivery and content understanding. Because if you are comfortable, if they are comfortable, it's good. The rapport building would be better and the question answers uh, could happen easily. Going ahead, when we are talking about it, let's not hide our feeling. And there's a research which says that when a person who's talking, his face is visible, the message reaches the audience very clearly. So let's try to keep our cameras on so that we are dealing and delivering our content in a best possible manner. Guys, in the end, I'll just say one thing, that it's a tough time not only for us but for the student also. So we all have to understand that this is not going to stay there, and we should never worry about technology. we should never give a thought that technology can replace the teacher, because uh, again I'll refer it from internet that what we need to do is we need to connect, because when you are able to connect with the student, content, even if it is not reaching, it will take little extra time, but it will reach. But if you're not connected and if you're just trying to pass out the content, it will never reach to the student. So it's very important that we are connecting with the student, because if you connect, the content will be taken care by student and teacher together. Because let's not forget, nobody remembers only the education system. When we are talking about education system, everyone remember the teachers, because teachers are the heart of education system. So it's very important that we keep that in mind. We are teachers and we are the nation. So let's prepare ourselves for the year 2 of online education. Thank you. Have a good day.